What is going on, guys? The Rose here. You guys couldn't hear us before because I was waiting for a few people to show up. What's going on? It's Steve Callan and EJ showing up first. Tonight, we have a stacked show for you. If you all can see the thumbnail here. U.S. government banning TikTok. Dairy Queen punishing employees. Mario Day news. Frostbite patients needing amputations. Akira Toriyama has passed away. Rest in peace to him. We're going to talk about his legacy and what he leaves behind.
Yep.
The Twitch CEO and his plans for Twitch going forward in 2024. So, as a matter of fact, that's where we're going to start. We are going to start with the Mario Day news because Casey, obviously, was supposed to be part of the show, but because we're almost 2 hours late, he just wants to bail out. So I asked him to at least stick around for the first topic, because we're going to do a live reaction to this little video here, which I believe, to my knowledge, this is the first time they put out a Mario Day news video.
I think so too.
Yeah,
I'm actually excited for the news that they announced for the next Mario Brothers movie.
I'm kind of surprised we got an announcement of that new movie so quickly. Actually,
yeah, same.
Because I mean, the movie made over $1 billion, so of course they're gonna.
True.
Why not just go ahead and just capitalize on it? I mean,
that's essentially what they're doing.
I mean, don't wait until like 2-3 years from now. Do it now when the iron's still hot, you know?
Well, they gotta get production already and everything, because the movie just came out last year, 2 years ago?
April 8th of last year.
Yeah. It needs time to be in production.
It hasn't even been a year since the movie came out.
Yeah. But it's gonna take about maybe 6 months to make the movie, and then it'll probably be until next April.
Okay, well, let's get into the video and you'll find out. I got it on the screen, so if you guys turn on my stream, you can watch it in the little corner.
Yep.
So we're going to turn it on, and we're going to do it right now. It's a little less than 3 minutes, and we got 4 announcements.
Oh yeah, Mario time!
So here we go. This is what we got.
皆さんこんにちは。任天堂の宮本です。今日はマリオデーということで皆さんにお伝えしたいことがあります。私たちは今イルミネーションの皆さんとスーパーマリオの新しいアニメ映画に取り組んでいます。昨年春に公開したザ・スーパーマリオブラザーズ・ムービーは2023年のホリデーから今年にかけてもたくさんの方々にご覧いただいています。皆さん本当にありがとうございます。今回の映画もザ・スーパーマリオブラザーズ・ムービーを一緒に作ったイルミネーションの主要メンバーと任天堂で協力しながら制作していますよ。それではクリスさんにも登場いただきましょう。クリスさん。
Hello and happy Mario Day to everyone watching. I'm thrilled to be here alongside Miyamoto-san to officially announce our return to the Super Mario Brothers. Our directors, Aaron Horvath,
of course,
and Michael
obviously, we're not going to
Jelinek,
see anything
and the
of the
very
movie
talented artists from Illumination Studios Paris,
an
who brought the Mushroom Kingdom to life in
there
the
was
Super Mario
a
Brothers movie,
slight
have been
spoiler
busy at work
in a behind-the-scenes,
storyboarding scenes
thing about,
and developing set designs
about,
for new environments. We start
Super
animation
Mario.
soon,
One of the
and
producers
rest assured we'll
for
be
the Legend
obsessing
of Zelda
over every
movie was on
detail
the behind-the-scenes
just right.
video.
The film will arrive
there was
on
such
April
bad
3rd,
backlash
2026
because
in the
of
US
him being in the
and many
behind-the-scenes
other
video.
markets globally,
Nintendo,
with a few select territories releasing
themselves. They
throughout the
demanded
month
that the
of
video
April.
be taken down.
Back to you, Miyamoto-san.
Because the thing
ありが
is,
とうクリスさん。さあ、
there's already
新しい
people
映画に関す
speculating
る
that
詳
there'll
しいこ
be
とはい
Legend of
つもお
Zelda
話している
World
通り、
game
手
now.
応えを感じられる段階になったらお知らせします。今回
Yeah,
は
the
マリオら
Legend
し
of
い世界
Zelda,
を
one of
さ
the
らに
Legend
広
of
げ
Zelda
て
producers
明るく
was
て
in the
楽しい
behind the
展開
scenes
を考
for
えていますので
Super
楽しみに
Mario
してください。
So if you missed the announcement,
Happy
the
Mario
first
Day.
announcement, the Super Mario Bros. 2 movie will arrive April 3rd, 2026. Now, let me talk about this real quick. Remember when we first
Super Mario.
got the trailer for Thousand Year Doors remake? It said summer 2024.
Yeah.
Well, May 23rd is not exactly the summertime now, is it?
Nope.
No, it's not.
So they went and they pushed it ahead. I'm curious why. Normally, a game gets delayed. It usually doesn't get released early.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe.
I mean, the Crow reboot was supposed to come out last year, but they pushed Ballerina back for it to come out this year.
Well, maybe it got done a lot faster than they thought it was going to.
Yeah.
Here's something Casey would be looking forward to.
Oh yeah.
Is it that Princess Peach game or something?
Oh, it's horrible.
Luigi's Mansion 2, June 27th, 2024. Available Tuesday. Dr. Mario Game Boy, Mario Golf Game Boy Color, Mario Tennis Game Boy Color. And those are
on the Switch.
On the NSO, yes, on the Switch Online service.
Is that the one where you have to pay a little bit more, or is that on the basic?
No, that's Game Boy Advance. The Game Boy and Game Boy Color one you get with the standard NSO.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Going on to tour capture. Happy Mario Day, yes.
I totally forgot it was Mario Day until I saw that.
Yeah, my Mario Day got fucking ruined, so
I had to work on Mario Day, so this stuff came out right before I started working.
I didn't wake up until almost 3 p.m. and I woke up to the video. I'm like, wow.
Tour capture, you're out of your mind. I honestly still have not seen the first Mario movie.
Well, speaking of the first Mario Bros. Movie, they are re-releasing the movie in theaters in June.
What? Why?
Because the movie already didn't become almost the #1 selling grossing movie of all time already. They're rerunning the movie in June this year.
That's stupid. I can understand if they're going to release it in March.
Especially when it's already on
Mario
DVD
Day.
and Blu-ray, so what's the fucking point? You can watch it whenever the fuck you want.
It's on Peacock, too.
Well,
It's on Peacock as well, so is Oppenheimer.
I mean, it makes sense if they did it like today, like exclusive today. But that's what they should have done.
I don't understand why they're I mean, it's cool that they're re-releasing the movie, but there's so many other avenues now to watch it. There's like no point.
Yep.
Unless they have something special, like
unless they want when's the exact date? When's the exact date of it?
That I'm not sure. I just saw that they're re-releasing it in theaters this June.
I think
because if it's June 7th, I'm gonna be pissed off. June 7th is when the Crow reboot comes out.
Imagine if it's the first Mario movie with Bob Hoskins in it. Imagine if it's that.
Oh, fuck off, Casey. That's a stupid idea.
If it was that,
why would they re-release that? Why would they re-release that shit show?
Yeah, right.
Because Bob Hoskins almost died 4 different times on the set of that movie.
He's dead now, though.
Yeah, he almost died 4 different times beforehand on that set.
Oh, fuck him.
Hey, don't say that about Eddie Valiant. I loved him in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Still got it on cassette tape. Bob Hoskins was great in that movie. You gotta give him props for that.
Unfortunately, he's no longer alive.
Exactly.
So that's your Mario Day news. It's a very quick topic I wanted to get into just because, like I said, I think it's the first time they put out a little video, even though it was short, just to make a few Mario Day announcements. So,
True Capture, you're really surprised I'm black? I've been on camera a couple times on this show.
Speaking of camera, I didn't want to plaster our ugly faces on the thumbnail because this is Akira Toriyama's passing. As it is, I put fucking words all over it. So,
Speaking of which, the man died March 1st, not this past week, not over the weekend. He literally died March 1st.
Yeah, and the news didn't come out until what?
The
Sunday?
8th.
Yeah.
Friday.
So he was dead for a week already at that point.
And he's already in the ground, too. He's already buried. He had a private funeral.
But
Family
Casey,
and friends only.
Casey, if you want to stick around a little bit longer, if not, you want to head out now. That's cool. But I at least wanted you around for the Mario Day little topic.
I'm good for right now.
So if you want to stick around a little bit,
Capture. I'm only nice to Casey. Yeah, sure thing. Sure thing. Weren't you the one who said last week on his own show that his favorite game, that Casey's favorite video game was Rugrats in Paris? Wasn't that you? Or was that someone else? Thought I forgot about that, didn't you?
so as long as Casey's going to stick around a little bit, then we'll hold off on the Mario or the Akira Toriyama discussion, since he really can't, speak to him much anyway. So where do you guys want to go from here? We got the Dairy Queen topic, the Twitch, the CEO open letter topic, state outlining his plans for 2024 on Twitch, or we have the topic about the Frostbite victims from the Chiefs and Dolphins playoff games, some of them needing amputations.
Let's start off with a little light with the Dairy Queen stuff, because I think it might be a little bit graphic for the amputation talk at this point, considering we still got to talk about Toriyama's death and his legacy and everything afterwards.
All right. Well, I don't exactly know how light this topic is, because if it's true, it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, very fucked up.
So this is, of course, allegedly.
Allegedly.
So again, this is allegedly, as of a 17-year-old girl who had come home from work and basically told her mom about all this. So it's a Dairy Queen in Kentucky. Employees at a Kentucky Dairy Queen say they were forced to eat ice cream contaminated with cleaning solution. This news started coming out on February 27th, which was 2 days after the last LTS topic, LTS night, but it didn't really start catching wind until last week, like the end of last week. Local sheriff's office says it is investigating claims that employees of a Dairy Queen in Kentucky were forced to eat ice cream contaminated with cleaning solution. A local outlet, WKYT, reported Tuesday, which again is the 27th of February.
And there goes Casey.
Angela Patton told the outlet her 17-year-old daughter was among the employees involved in the incident. So you're trying to kill a minor. That's real good. At the Dairy Queen location in the small city of Campton, Kentucky.
Campton, Kentucky.
They were told by the manager that whether or not they liked chocolate ice cream, they were going to taste it today. Patton told WKYT. Patton told the outlet that roughly 8 employees, many of them minors, were involved in the incident. Many of them minors.
Oh, no.
And that their manager had told their workers they hadn't cleaned the ice cream machine properly, so they would be served contaminated ice cream as punishment.
Oh, God.
She said several of them experienced burning sensations while eating the ice cream and sought medical treatment. Business Insider could not verify these claims. The safety of our fans and crew members is our top priority. The franchise owner, Steve Candil, told BI in a statement. When we received complaints, we immediately began an investigation, which is ongoing.
Sure you did.
We are reviewing our processes and covering expenses for crew members involved. The manager involved is no longer employed at our restaurant. Good. Very good. He should be in fucking prison.
Damn right.
Know that we contacted local law enforcement to assist, and we are fully cooperating with their investigation. The Wolf County Sheriff's Office told WKYT it was investigating the claim. Elijah Banks, a sheriff's deputy, told the outlet that little could be shared about the ongoing investigation because it involved juveniles. But the Wolf County officials were in contact with the county attorney to determine the next step. The sheriff's office did not immediately respond to a request for comment from BI sent outside regular working hours. No charges have been filed yet.
I would have pressed charges a long time ago at this point.
February
I'd be ready
28th.
to file for charges.
There is a small update on the 28th. It says this story has been updated with a message from the Dairy Queen manager. Okay, so the message was what we had read, which was this quote. So, yeah, it's pretty fucked. I mean, good that this guy is not working there anymore because he literally put so many people in danger.
Mind you, that's not even including who could be allergic to chocolate in this case as well.
Right. That's not even just the fact
that even including people who are allergic to chocolate
or ice cream.
There were people allergic to chocolate in this, because lactose intolerance is one thing.
Hey,
being allergic to chocolate and being lactose intolerant, you're trying to kill someone by that point.
He's lucky that these kids didn't get, like, anybody, especially the fucking kids.
If most of them out of those 8 that got hospitalized were minors, the man should be behind bars right now.
Oh yeah, he should be on a not a sex offender list, obviously, but a child endangerment list at the very least.
Exactly.
What's going on, TSS?
What's up, TSS?
Yeah, he should definitely be at the least on a child endangerment list, and he should not be ever employed again at any place that employs children.
Did you say
Campton, Kentucky?
Campton, Kentucky, Steve.
Campton, Kentucky, which is in Wolf County, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Dairy Queen, you've been doxxed now, so.
Pretty much.
Essentially.
So.
Who cares? It was in the report.
I mean, that's a pretty steep fucking punishment for not properly cleaning the ice cream machine. Come on, man.
Oh, yeah. That's just stupid.
Like, okay, you could punish your employees by making them do it again. Or whatever, or maybe even docking pay a little bit. But
actually making ice cream out of it with making ice cream knowing there's cleaning solution in the ice cream maker.
Well, I mean,
or not even that, or just straight up mixing it with fucking cleaning solution to fucking poison people. I mean, the punishment certainly doesn't fit the crime. That's for damn sure.
Exactly.
And now
just
these, of course,
is not enough.
These are, of course, allegations. It hasn't been exactly proven true.
If the manager was fired, that's proof enough that there's smoke to this fire.
The store manager is fired. I wonder if there's been an update to this story. Let me see if I can find a bit of an update.
The fact that he was fired, there's obviously smoke to this fire at this point now.
I mean, good on Dairy Queen, the district manager and the franchise manager for
franchise manager
fully working with the authorities and whatnot instead of trying to protect.
Because he knew he'd be next, knowing there's minors involved. Shit,
Dairy Queen,
he'd be next on the fucking list of people being fired.
Update. Let's see, 6 days ago, March 1st. No. I'm trying to see if there's any kind of an update, but it doesn't appear there is. It's pretty fucked up. It really is. I mean, the punishment does not fit the crime. If your employees aren't doing their job right, you make them do their fucking job right, or at the very most, you start docking. You start docking their pay, or you suspend them from work, or make them retake training.
Yeah, retrain.
What's going on, Bam? Anytime I try to get ice cream, they say the machines are down. Yeah, McDonald's does that a lot too.
Bam! It's not that they were they were drinking cleaner. They were forced to eat ice cream mixed with cleaning solution.
And it was chocolate ice cream on top of that.
Exactly. They were forced to eat it. They weren't drinking it. They were forced to eat it.
It's okay to have cleaning solution in vanilla ice cream, but chocolate, that's where you go. That's a little bit too far. Right?
It's not okay to have cleaning solution in any ice cream. What you should be doing is doing your job properly, thoroughly cleaning something.
Jeremy is in the chat. Mid-Mo Smart, my dude.
Who's that?
That's my Mid-Mo Smart. That's my buddy that I'm going to Dynasty with.
Oh, there he is. Okay, he popped up late for me.
And he's subbed to the channel too.
Shout out Kratos, liked and shared. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. So again, man, the punishment doesn't fit the crime. What you do is you make your employees do their fucking job right, and if they don't do their fucking job right, you send them back to training, you dock their pay, or at the very most, God forbid, you fire them. Especially if they're minors. If they're minors, they're teenagers. You know, teenagers are usually in that rebellious phase. Especially if they don't want to, especially if they're not serious about working. Maybe these kids that were working were forced to get a job by their fucking parents because, that's a thing.
Yeah, it's still a thing.
Maybe, that was the case, and these kids should have been punished in a way, but not fucking poisoned.
Exactly. Bam said in the chat, if you have shitty employees, you fire them.
Exactly. Or if they're not shitty employees, but they're not doing something right, you send them back to training. Exactly. And if they're still not doing their job right, you dock their pay or you fire them.
Exactly.
You don't fucking try to kill somebody, especially kids.
Instead of not using bleach and ice cream mix.
Well, we don't know what they were using. That's the thing. It just says cleaning solution. That could be anything.
That could be Pine Sol of all things. If we were to push the envelope here.
Windex. I mean, Windex might be good for you. I mean,
Casey, if there's warning labels on a fucking bottle and it's not meant for consumption, it's not good for you.
Exactly.
Hold on, is there warnings? I got Windex right here.
Look at the back label, dude.
Well, the thing is, the back label is inside the bottle, so I can't read it without drinking some of it away.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I literally just said that in my head.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. But good on the Dairy Queen fucking franchise manager for acting on this quickly, getting the police involved, firing the fucking store manager. That guy should never ever work around children ever again, or probably in retail ever.
Exactly.
Or at least any place that sells food.
He'll probably get criminally charged.
He needs something. That guy's fucked up. He needs to be put
on
a
Jeremy
child...
said this in the chat. Damn, people piss me off a lot, but that doesn't mean I give them a Drano cocktail.
It's crazy. And like Kratos said, what if, the person's lactose intolerant? I'm lactose intolerant. I shouldn't have chocolate. I love chocolate. I eat it anyway. I shouldn't have ice cream.
And what if some of these people are also not just lactose intolerant, but allergic to chocolate at the same time?
Or allergic to an ingredient that makes chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
So
better yet, allergic to cocoa. Cocoa's always in chocolate.
You gotta fucking think of that, and then on top of that, you're poisoning the fucking people by putting cleaning solution in it.
Mm-hmm.
Now again, we don't know what it is. Could have been Pine Sol. Could have been bleach. Could have been shout. Could have been anything.
Could have been CLR for all we know.
And you gotta think a restaurant is gonna have some highfalutin fucking cleaning supplies.
Well, maybe scrubbing bubbles. I mean, they can spray it in the canister. So I mean, it'd be a lot easier than pouring like Windex or bleach. I mean, so you spray some scrubbing bubbles in that chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, cleaning supplies, there's warning labels on them for a reason. Anybody who thinks that's okay should be fucking shot. I mean, that's technically
Honestly,
that's abuse. That's abuse regardless, but because most of those 8 employees were children, that's child abuse on top of that.
Not just that, it's also could be considered attempted murder as well if you think about it.
Possible, yeah. Possible attempted murder, child endangerment, child abuse. This motherfucker, if he gets charged, he's going away for a while and he'll probably be killed in jail.
Exactly.
Because inmates are some of the worst fucking people on the planet, but they do not tolerate anybody hurting children.
Exactly.
Unless, of course, they're the person that's in there for hurting the child. And the other inmates just didn't get to him yet.
You should have like I heard that the guy who kidnapped Case, you remember the Casey Dugard case where the girl was like missing since she was a kid, and all of a sudden when she finally got found, like the guy who was this was like in 2009 when she finally got found. She already had 2 kids with with her kidnapper at a young age.
We sound like lawyers tour capture. I mean, it's fucking common sense, really.
Exactly. I mean, I was talking about this with some high school buddies in the high school about this JC Dugard was her name. She finally was found. Mind you, she already had 2 kids with her kidnapper. And we were talking about like what was gonna happen to her kidnapper. As soon as we all found out he had 2 kids with her, when she was still a minor, like she had one at 13 and one at 15, we were all saying like this man's getting raped in prison. As soon as he gets in, he's getting raped in prison.
I mean,
because he literally had a child give birth to another child.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Look at Danny Masterson. He's like, I heard he had to be moved out of a different prison, and in the way on the way he was doing it, he got attacked, and all he did was, I'm gonna say SA or the R word against some women. So I'm like, then they were full-grown women, not children. So, like, and he got attacked. So, yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if the guards were the ones who turned a blind eye to all of it too.
Obviously, they're not supposed to, but I mean,
they will turn a blind eye with enough incentive.
Bam says it sounds like
they'll
Casey's
turn a blind
dungeon.
eye with enough incentive. Yes, Danny Masterson, the That 70s Show guy, to capture.
He's in for 30 years to life.
No,
he has life in prison, I thought.
Final thoughts on the Dairy Queen punishments, allegedly.
Well,
to quote Jerry Lawler when he was talking about Stone Cold, when Stone Cold stunned McMahon the first time, put him in jail! Lock him up! Put him in jail!
I look how Dairy Queen responded saying they're sorry to their fans. I'm like, who's a fan of a fast food restaurant? I mean,
somebody who goes there a lot. Like, I'm sure you're a fan of McDonald's.
So was Uncle Phil on First Prince of Bel-Air. Then again, he was a fan of food in general.
I think I wouldn't doubt that Dairy Queen might get sued for this.
That one should
that
be.
Could actually happen. That could happen.
The one that was involved, yes. And guess who should be the one to pay all the fucking fees?
Not just the fired manager, also the Steve guy too. He should pay for all the hospital bills. To be fair, to me, the guy should pay all hospital bills.
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously, all the victims shouldn't have to at all.
Exactly.
Have a good night, gentlemen. Have a good night there, Smark. Thanks for the
See you,
sub.
Jeremy.
Which prison is he in at this moment? I don't. He has. There's no charges have been filed yet. He's not. He's a free man right now.
Yep.
After doing this to children.
For now. For now, he's a free man.
Hopefully, not much longer.
Exactly.
Unless he's talking about Danny Masterson.
No, he's talking about this. He has to be talking about this manager because Danny Masterson, his ass is in prison. Church of Scientology could not save that fucker.
Nope.
Well, let's move on to the Twitch. The Twitch
Or should I
news.
say, cult of Scientology could not save that fucker.
Let's move on to
because it's basically a damn cult.
Pretty much, yeah. But let's move on to the Twitch news now. We've been covering Twitch for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, we're going to talk about it because this sounds like good news, mostly.
Dan Clancy? That's his CEO name.
That's his CEO, yep. Dan Clancy. Open letter from Twitch CEO Dan Clancy to the community. It says, the last year has been an exciting time for me since I took the role of CEO of Twitch. A highlight of the year has been the time that I've spent with the Twitch community, whether it is in person at events such as TwitchCon or online while streaming. What is clear to me in all of my interactions is that Twitch is a unique service. You could say that again. And the passion,
unique service indeed.
And the passion that each of you have for Twitch is truly special. I wouldn't say each of you. The communities that each of you work to build and nurture are the foundation of our service. Not all of them. Building a community takes time and commitment. For Twitch live streaming, it is not a hobby or something that we do on the side. That's not true. For some people, it is. We focus on creating a service where your viewers can pull up a chair and spend time with you as you let them into your lives. Our priority is to continue to be the best community-centric live streaming service. Probably not going to happen.
Sure.
To do that, we need to continue to invest in Twitch so that we can evolve and this letter gives an early peek at some of the things we are doing in 2024 to help improve the service to better meet your needs. This isn't a 100% comprehensive list, but I'm sure excited to share where Twitch is heading, and I hope it inspires you to keep doing what you're doing your best. Now, we started covering Twitch stuff in December of 2023. If you guys remember the December disaster that was the whole implied nudity and sexual themes shit that went on Twitch that went into January with the whole censor bar thing, which Twitch eventually took down as well and banned that. I still say artistic nudity should be allowed as long as it's handled properly, but the twerking, the strip teases, the sexualized dancing and whatnot should not be allowed on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
So here are some points that Dan is going to tackle in 2024. Go on, Casey.
I was going to say, are we allowed to make full frontal nudity now? Like I've been itching to open my full my nudity Twitch channel.
That's what OnlyFans is for.
Well, I mean, honestly,
Casey, that's even if you can find your dick under your stomach, dude. Come on.
Jesus. So
that's fucked up.
Dan wants to help grow our communities. In 2023, we improved many of our existing products to be more effective for you. We made it easier to reach new viewers. I don't know about that. on other services with the clip editor and our updated simulcasting policy. I do appreciate that one. Giving you the freedom to stream on any service you like. We improved clip discovery with featured clips and launched a new way to keep you and your communities connected with Twitch stories. Finally, we focused on improving Stream Together, making collaboration streaming easier than ever. This year, we will prioritize ways to help you grow and stay connected with your community with discovery and collaboration products and improved mobile experiences. Mobile Twitch definitely needs some help. I will say that. Mobile Twitch is a fucking disaster. Sharing your content on social media. Sharing clips of your content on social media is a great way for new viewers to find you and can help you stay connected with your community. We'll make it easier for streamers and viewers to share clips on social media, including an option to export clips directly to Instagram and enabling you to create on the go with Clip Editor on mobile. So they're going to add Clip Editor, which is on desktop. They're going to finally add that to the mobile app. Making collaborations easier. They already pretty much mentioned that. Improving Twitch mobile experiences. Mobile viewing is an important way for viewers to stay connected with the streamers and communities they care about. We're redesigning the mobile app, the first major update since 2019, to bring you a more modern, immersive viewing experience by making the Discovery feed available to all Twitch users as the new landing experience in the app. Let me just say this before I continue. It's taken them 5 years to want to update the Twitch app. That's fucking terrible. Did I lose you guys?
No, I'm here.
I'm sure. Cookies, that's it.
But yeah, them taking 5 years to want to fix and update the Twitch app, like with a significant update, that's pretty fucked. The Discovery feed currently is a limited experiment. Is a scrollable feed of the live streams or clips with the filters to help you quickly see the latest from streamers you follow and discover new content, even when you only have a few minutes to spare.
Well, hey, Rose, I just saw you got a new competitor on Twitch. He competes with me on Saturday sometimes. His name is Mikkel. He's on Twitch now.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Well, that's fine because people really can't understand what he's talking about anyway, so. Casey Twitch title, Tekken with these man tits. Tekken with these man tits. Casey's raw. Casey's too busy watching the hot tub streams. He probably does.
Apparently, Russell Wilson signed with the Steelers. Well, according to Tour Capture.
And Baker Mayfield is signing with the Bucks, for what I'm hearing. 3 years for $100 million. Anyways, we want to make it easier for viewers to support their favorite streamers on mobile. To do this, we are rebuilding the way users can purchase subscriptions, gifts, and bits to create a better experience on the mobile devices. They need to do this because you cannot use Twitch Prime on the mobile app. And if you subscribe to Tier 1 on Twitch using the mobile app, it's $1 more than the website than on the computer. I don't understand why. We'll also make mobile-specific improvements to features like Hype Train so that they are organized for mobile, optimized for mobile. Finally, until now, many of our mod tools have been available on desktop, only a real limitation to keeping your community safe. Our mod tools should be flexible, easy to use, and move with you. Later this year, we plan to roll out mobile mod view on iOS and make it easier to mod from wherever you are. Apparently, they're going to help us make more money. Over the last year, we've made a number of changes to help you make more money. On Twitch, we launched the recently expanded Plus program, formerly the Partner Plus program, to give qualifying streamers high revenue shares, which helps triple the number of streamers earning premium revenue shares. We also made the ads incentive program more flexible and easier to manage. It created new display ad formats and improved tooling to make the ads experience less disruptive. We've created a sustainable, transparent framework for streamer compensation that we'll expand upon this 2024 to help you reach your goals. New incentives to encourage support. 2024 will create new milestones and rewards that your community can unlock by cheering, gifting, or subscribing. We're planning improvements to Hype Train, including updating rewards regularly, and are trying new types of interaction with bits and evolving cheering. You can also expect some new alerts, features. Lastly, we'll build on the success of September and the end of the year bonus bound by expanding our Twitch-wide promotional events to help you even more. Now, here's where it's not going to help us. Increasing subscription prices.
Yep.
We announced changes to the Prime Gaming sub revenue payouts in January, which give us the ability to increase sub pricing in select markets that the streamers could take home more revenue to keep pace with rising costs. We increased the price of Tier 1 subs in Australia, Canada, and the UK, and raised the price of all subs in Turkey, the first time we've raised sub prices since their inception. We anticipate raising sub prices in some additional countries later this year. We'll make sure to give plenty of notice before we introduce additional changes in the area. Now, how are streamers going to make more money if you're increasing the cost of a subscription outside of using Prime Gaming? Isn't that just going to de-incentivize people from subscribing because now it's going to cost them more to do it?
Yep, exactly.
So I see that to be a little counterintuitive.
The only time I ever use the sub button on Twitch is when I have my Amazon Prime sub. So,
Yeah, same.
and that's it. And I use it once a month.
Oh, y'all should totally use. You guys should be using it on me. What the hell?
I have a buddy in the Destiny community that I've been using it for over a year now. So sorry.
I've been following some really hot chicks that I thought they
Of course you were.
What's going on?
Sorry, you walked into that one, man. You walked into that one.
What's up, Phantom?
Know that part.
So the CEO also wants to reduce harassment on the platform. I don't know how exactly we're going to do that, but good luck to you. We'll continue our work
to reduce harassment on Twitch.
Yeah.
You asking God to do some like serious work, dude, to get that to happen. You might as well pray to God that happens. Shit. It ain't gonna be, that prayer is not getting answered, dude. That prayer is gonna be in the red section.
We'll continue our work to combat harassment on Twitch throughout 2023. We conducted user surveys, met with creators around the world, and reviewed the tools and policies we use to prevent harassment on Twitch. Our goal was to better understand how harassment is experienced on our service, and uncover gaps in our own policy and product approaches. This year, we'll roll out updates to our community guidelines, like that's going to help, including clearer, updated harm definitions and more severe penalty for some types of harassment. We're also building tools to better identify harassment across our service, including changes that would block more harassment before it shows up in your chat. Well, here's the thing. How would you know until it shows up in your chat?
Exactly.
Updating our enforcement system. Get rid of the softcore porn, please. We regularly get questions about suspensions. How long of a suspension is applied after a particular community? Some of these people that aren't suspended should still be banned. Some of them that are banned, maybe not so much. Particular community guidelines violations, whether they expire. For example, we want to ensure that when someone breaks our guidelines, the suspensions we issue match the severity and seriousness of the harm. We also recognize that some suspensions shouldn't stick around forever, like violations of our lower security policies, which cover non-malicious or accidental behaviors. Accidents, getting severe punishment for an absolute accident, I agree with. That should definitely be reduced. But when people know what the fuck they're doing, like the December to not want to remember on Twitch, no, that was not an accident. Those people knew what they were doing, and I will die on that hill.
Everyone knew what they were doing on that shit.
Hold on, I don't know what you're talking about, for real.
We talked about it on LTS. It was about the
twice before.
The Twitch guidelines are allowing, like, essentially sex workers to come out of the woodworks and like stream on Twitch without punishment.
And pretty much
stream their sex work on Twitch.
All the fucking VTubers and their degenerate fucking hentai drawings and all that other fucking stupid shit. It was all over the place.
I had to think about it.
Let's see.
Some VTubers are actually pretty wholesome.
Some of them are. Most of them aren't.
I mean, I'm in a Destiny 2 clan that's like run by a VTuber on Twitch.
I follow a few VTubers. They're good people, but I'm just saying a lot of them are.
I follow her and her boyfriend.
They're good people. Some of them are troublemakers, and they don't, they're immature douchebags.
Yep.
Does this clan have a certain type of uniform?
Jesus Christ. It's an in-game clan, dude, for Destiny 2. Jesus Christ.
So all in all, there's a lot to be excited about in 2024. We're focusing on our products, tools, and programs to help you build your communities and make it more rewarding, fun, and safe. I don't know about the safety part. Good luck with that.
Asking for God's work for that one.
The list above includes just a portion of some of the things we are working on for 2024, and we look forward to sharing more over the course of the year. In addition to our efforts to improve the Twitch service, we also are focused on continuing to improve how we engage and communicate with the Twitch community. You could start by actually answering your Twitch support tweets, because YouTube does. We have received very positive feedback about the live streams following big announcements, and we plan to continue to develop programs such as patch notes to provide you regular insight into the work that we are doing. Personally, I am planning on continuing to travel around to meet the streamers across the globe. These interactions are invaluable in helping me understand many of the challenges that you face, and it helps with exploring new ideas and areas of exploration for the service. Thank you for choosing to go live on Twitch and enriching our community with our creativity. We're excited to continue to build our service together. You know what else you guys could stop doing? And Kick is also responsible for this bullshit too. Stop signing these fucking people to big ass fucking multi-million-dollar contracts like these fucking streamers are sports athletes. Stop it. Fucking stop it. Please.
And since he's talking about like meeting every streamer around the globe, just don't play Captain Grabass, dude. Just don't be that guy that wants to play Captain Grabass.
I'm talking about fucking streamers like Amaranth who get these big ass contracts to stream on one platform.
I'm talking about Dan Clancy.
No,
I'm talking about Dan Clancy in general.
I'm talking about the streamers that get treated like fucking athletes. These streamers who get signed to big ass contracts so that they only stream on one platform and not the other or both.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ninja got signed to one specific brand. Amaranth got signed to one specific brand. Like,
I mean, Ninja's the reason Mixer went fucking bankrupt.
No,
what I'm saying
because-
is though, like these people, they're everyday people like you and me. Just because they happen to be so fucking popular, they're not sports players. They're not athletes. They're sitting here in a chair, talking and doing God knows what, and they're making millions of dollars for it because they're special. Ooh.
Let's not forget Amaranth claimed to have a husband. She claimed she was married. She claimed she was being abused. She claimed she was being forced to do her sex work because of her husband. Fuck you, bitch.
Real quick, Rose. You said they're normal people like you and me. So you're saying you and who else? I mean, I assume you're saying I'm not normal.
I'm saying you and me in a general sense, Casey. Like everybody, like all of us, we do YouTube and we do this stuff for fun, and some of us treat it as a job. Yeah. Do you see YouTube signing people to $1 million contracts so that they don't stream on Twitch? No. Good. Nope. They shouldn't. Twitch and Kick are in like a direct competition with each other to keep people off of the other platform, and they're signing these people to multi-million-dollar fucking multi-year contracts like it's fucking AEW versus WWE keeping wrestlers off of the other fucking show. Stop it. It's not that serious.
Well, I could see why they're doing it. Let's say you have a viral content creator, and you can take them off YouTube and have them just on your content platform.
But what if that content creator has no following on the other platform? You just expect him to rebuild his entire community that he made on one platform.
You're expecting
on the competition's platform.
You're expecting, let's say, somebody on Twitch already has, let's say, 50,000 subscribers or followers, whatever, on Twitch. Gets signed to Kick, and let's say on Kick he has maybe 5,000. That's a hell of a lot less. Now you're getting a big ass multi-million-dollar contract, but now you're streaming in front of a lot less people.
Exactly.
To me, it ain't worth it.
Ain't worth it for the company, but it's definitely worth it for the person who signed. I mean,
I just think it's
just because he's getting millions of dollars, he's streaming in front of like 20,000 less people almost.
Hey, you know what? I would do it.
At that point, money don't money is the problem. At that point, the person should realize money is the problem in that contract.
And what they're doing is they're selling out to corporations and basically slapping their fucking fans in the face. Like, oh, I got 50,000. I got 50,000 of you here. I'm so grateful for your viewership and thank you for being here. Oh, but by the way, I took a $5 million contract to leave your ass to go stream somewhere else.
Exactly.
Well, I don't blame him. Like,
I'm not blaming them for taking the contracts. I'm saying it's fucking stupid. Twitch and Kick are treating everyday people just because they're more popular than someone else. They're treating them like these big ass fucking celebrities who are worth this kind of money to fucking play video games or fucking shake their ass on Twitch. General. Yeah.
You have to remember, Twitch also was giving out set payouts for the amount of ads shown in videos.
And now they don't do that anymore. Now it's like YouTube. It's based on the amount of ads that people actually sit through and watch.
Well, you can tell right now. The one thing that Twitch has always done, they've never had subscribers look at ads. If you're sub to a channel, you don't get ads.
That's not entirely true.
No, like through the majority of the stream, you do not get say 6 or 7 ads playing for you.
Again, that's not
while you're watching the stream.
That's not entirely true.
YouTube Prime, you get no ads.
So what you could do now on Twitch is the streamer has the ability to set whether or not subscribers can watch ad free. or not. If you have it set that subs can watch ad-free, they'll see 0 ads, no matter what.
Interesting.
Your other ad settings are. The people that are not subbed will see ads based on how you set them. Like for me, I have a 3-minute ad play. I have 3 minutes of ads play every hour. So every 1 hour, you'll get 3 minutes of ads. And even for subscribers, I could turn that off for subscribers. So if you sub to my channel, I can still make you watch ads. And you can't skip them. You could either leave and not watch me anymore, which would fuck me over if you're subscribed to me. Or if you're not subscribed to me, you could choose to watch the ads and get me a couple of pennies a night. Or you could just say, well, this person's running ads. Fuck him, I'm out of here.
True Capture, I don't like your comment about claims such a statement is a scam to get money. Good job, Kratos, you're learning.
Wait, how?
I'm not a fan of that comment, dude. Calm yourself down.
What did you say that he says is a scam to make money? I don't.
Claims such a statement is a scam to get money. As I think he's referring to my comment about like taking money to get like taking money from a contract only to stream in front of a lot less people.
Well, in my opinion, it's selling out. That's what I think it is.
And you also have to rebuild your community on that new platform,
right?
well,
because then you're expecting your community to just get up and follow you anywhere you go. Now, people in that community, in your Twitch community, I'm sure watch plenty of other people. Now they're gonna want to have to sign up. Are you gonna want to have multiple accounts on every fucking streaming platform so you can watch everybody that you watch? I don't have a Kick account. I don't plan to. So if there's somebody that I watched on Twitch, if they move over to Kick, guess what? Chances are I'm not following you. Bye.
I would do it for the money. I mean,
there are people that I watch on YouTube that have moved over to Twitch. Now, of course, obviously I have Twitch. Do I still watch
I know a couple people who stream on both, so they're not signed anywhere.
Right. But some people, moved over to Twitch because I think it's a better opportunity for them and more power to them.
Some people have more subscribers on YouTube than they do Twitch, though.
Right. Just like me. So do I. I'm near 700 on YouTube and just under 200 on Twitch. What does that tell you?
Turd Capture, I'm talking about your comment about what I'm learning that you mentioned earlier. That's what you're in hot water with EJ about. I'm not a big fan of that comment, dude.
Personally, I could get about 50 viewers on a stream on YouTube, but I'm lucky to get 5 on Twitch. So why would I give up YouTube streaming solely for Twitch? And guess what? I did that yesterday when I did my Miku Day stream. You know how many people had watched me for that? 3. That's it. 3. Now, if I was able to do that on YouTube, I probably would have had about 30, at the very least.
Yeah.
How you feeling, Casey? You gonna hang in there with us? We only got 3 more topics.
Yeah. You're doing good. We're only an hour deep and we're already halfway through the show.
I'll do one more with the amputees because I want to do that one.
All right. Well, we were gonna move on to that next, actually. So.
I've already said what I needed to say in the when we were talking about like the potential topics last night. I'm like these people. I'm like, these are the dumbasses that showed up to the game fucking shirtless that are probably getting their limbs amputated now. But I also believe on the same part of the coin, on the other side of the coin, they should sue the NFL as well.
I think NFL definitely should have.
The amputee should be suing should be the one suing NFL at this point because of the fact that they're losing a fucking limb for attending a football game. But then the NFL could counterclaim, well, you bought the damn ticket, dummy.
Yep, and this is coming from the New York Times too.
Oh, the same New York Times who refused to explained the report on a. I'm not going to finish that one.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't think you knew. I think you should know his name. Navy soldier Aaron Bushnell.
Aaron,
all over Twitter.
I think I've heard of him, yeah, but I don't know what his.
He set himself on fire.
Jesus.
As a response to end the what's going on with Israel. Set himself on fire in front of the Israel embassy in Washington D.C. mind you. Now mind you, four headlines said, "Man sets himself on fire in front of Israel and sets himself on fire." Never gave the reason. Never gave the reason why in the headline. He just said, "Former U.S. soldier sets himself on fire." He had CNN, New York Times, Wall Street Journal, Washington Post say the same damn headline.
That's what a lot of times.
All he wanted, and he was just tired of all the genocide. Yeah, I'll say it. Genocide going on in Gaza right now.
Actually, can you and Casey talk amongst yourselves to the crowd for a couple of minutes so I can go take my pill?
Good. Let's just say I am not a big fan of I'm not a big fan of some of these news headlines anymore, like news sites, just based on the fact that people are saying this man should not be compensated, should not have a soldier's funeral, even though he served this country to the best of his ability. People are saying his family doesn't deserve for him to have closure with it. He didn't want another situation like the Holocaust to happen in a different fucking country. How is that a problem now? And mind you, EMTs were asking for water while he set on fire, while security and police officers had guns pointed at this fucking guy. Not even getting water to set him up, to put out the fire. They had guns pointed at him.
Can I point something out? How's this about the NFL game?
I mentioned New York Times. That's what this led up to. I was talking about the New York Times. They had a headline. They had the headline, the same verbiage headline for CNN, Washington Post, and Wall Street Journal.
Well,
and they all had the same damn words every time.
A lot of times,
former soldier sets himself on fire. Doesn't say why.
A lot of times these news networks, they'll use the same stuff. There's a clip on YouTube where it'll be the same headline for the same news over and over and over
but for word, that's what I have a problem with. It was word for word the same fucking headline.
So I'm trying to tell you that a lot of these news networks that will do it, because I guarantee you someone's sending that across the board, because there's a clip on YouTube. It'll be different news networks, but they'll have the same topic and the same words. They'll be like, "Oh, today is this happened and this happened and this happened." It'll be the same.
MSN is garbage. I agree with that. Going on Twitch, man. Haven't seen you in a little while.
So it's the same stuff. Like news networks does that all the time. I think I wouldn't doubt it. Write that stuff and then they send it out to the news networks, because especially if it's like national news, they'll probably want to have something easier to type out than we're gonna build this whole story about that happened yesterday or earlier on today. You
also have to remember who owns the Washington Post. Jeff Bezos now.
Okay.
So Amazon owns the Washington Post now?
Yeah, you didn't know that? Jeff Bezos owns the company for it now.
So is he gonna change it to the Amazon Post?
I don't know.
Post.
But that came out a couple years ago that he bought out the Washington Post.
It's Prime. Like, you have to have an app so you can watch your Amazon Prime news.
But still, I am sorry for the political talk, people. I had to get that off my chest because it's absolutely ridiculous how much people have been silenced over talking about Aaron Bushnell.
Fuck him.
Well, speaking of other people, Casey, you probably say fuck them about. Frostbite and Kansas City fans need amputations after frigid football game.
Yes! Fuck the amputees.
Jesus.
I mean, I'm sure the amputees give... I'm sure they just do good as in sex, as a normal person. So, so let's fuck the amputees.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Several fans of the Kansas City Chiefs who attended a playoff game on a bitterly cold January day in Missouri suffered frostbite that required amputations, according to the hospital that treated them. Now, here's the alarming stat. 12 people, including some football fans, who were at Arrowhead Stadium on January 13th, had to undergo amputations involving mostly fingers and toes. The Hospital Research Medical Center in Kansas City said in a statement on Saturday. So this news came out yesterday.
Just 12?
The center said it treated dozens of patients who experienced frostbite during an 11-day cold snap. Not all of the patients who had amputations attended the Chiefs game. Some were people who worked outdoors in the extreme cold, the hospital said. The exact number of fans who attended the game who had amputations was unclear. The hospital said there was some overlap among the fans and those who had also worked outdoors. The hospital also noted that symptoms of frostbite can develop slowly and that many of the frostbite patients it treated could not identify when their injuries occurred, when their pain, numbness, and or symptoms began. The hospital said it was a record number of frostbite patients since the Burn Center opened 11 years ago. The National Weather Service had warned of dangerous temperatures that week, starting January 6th, with the Arctic air spilling onto the plains. Our specified physicians and expert care team continued to treat and monitor patients, healing to address long-term needs, and we expect more surgical procedures over the next 2 to 4 weeks. So more people who are at this game could possibly end up losing fingers and toes over the next over the next few weeks as their injuries evolve, the hospital said. At kickoff of the game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins, temperatures hovered around the minus 4 degrees temperature with a wind chill of minus 26. The helmet of the Chiefs quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, cracked open during a tackle. A malfunction that the helmet's manufacturer said was caused by the extreme cold. Cancel the fucking game, you idiots!
No.
They canceled one game because of how much snow is in the fucking field. Come on now.
And what you postponed the one game due to fan and player safety, but yet you let the Chiefs game go on just because it wasn't a fucking mountain of snow on the field? It's still...
I guarantee they only kept that game going on because Taylor Swift was in attendance.
No, you're out of your mind.
Guarantee you that's the case.
Now, what
they
if
only let that game happen because Taylor Swift was in the
What if something would have happened to their golden boy, Patrick Mahomes, because they didn't fucking move that game? And the Chiefs don't win the Super Bowl because of the fucking weather. Then what?
What if that cracked helmet not only caused the concussion as well?
Right, that's what I'm saying. What if something
caused a concussion to him?
That's what I'm saying. What if something would have happened to their golden boy, fucking Mahomes, because of the weather?
What about if he would lost a hand due to frostbite?
Right. I mean, the players had the uniforms on. They were wrapped in those big ass heating blankets and stuff. I mean, it was still really cold.
And how much of those heating blankets actually worked by the end of that night?
Yeah, right.
How much of them still work by the end of the night?
But still,
probably
the problem I had with this game, and it's not because the Dolphins lost, because I pretty much knew they were going to lose regardless. I think it would have been a better game if it wasn't so fucking cold. The Dolphins, I'm sure, would have played better, but they didn't show.
I mean, the NFL is at fault for some of this too, because of the fact that they were showing like real-time comparisons between the two different cities of Kansas City and Miami.
Yeah, like why does that even matter when they're not even Miami's temperature and it had no relevancy? The Dolphins were not a home team.
Exactly.
That's like rubbing it in, like, oh, Dolphins fans, look, you could be sitting home watching the game at home and be nice and warm, but no, you're out there freezing your asses off.
It's like they were insulting fan intelligence by showing the different weather conditions.
And honestly, it's like they're insulting their own intelligence. Like, oh, look how fucking cold it is. Hurt the dirt, but no, we're gonna play a football game, guys.
Oh, you know what's going to happen now? They're going to extreme weather like this. They're going to have to postpone these games. Oh yeah,
they're going to have to now.
Right.
They already should have. They should have moved it to the maybe. Well, depending on the weather, the very next day. I don't know if it was any warmer the very next day, but if they had to, they would have had to postpone it. Unfortunately, if it would have had to wait a week, it would have had to wait a week. They would have had to push the playoffs back. That's all.
Yeah.
Or get rid of the fucking piece of shit Pro Bowl that nobody gives a fuck about anymore.
Damn, you have to remember, the state of Missouri, the weather changes constantly every day. In the state of Missouri, the weather changes constantly. I should know. I live in it.
Now, like I said, I'm not saying this, and I'm not bitter about it because the Dolphins lost. Because I pretty much knew they were going to lose. Would they have played a little better, at least, if it wasn't so damn cold? I'm sure. They probably still would have lost. But I'm thinking more of the fan safety, and yes, some of these fans, you know what, these fans are dumbasses for going, but you know what, they spent their hard-earned money on playoff tickets because they want to see their favorite team. You know?
Hey, I got a question for you guys. Would you guys be willing to give up a like a finger or a toe for a free playoff ticket?
No, absolutely not.
I wouldn't even go to a playoff game in that fucking weather. I'm not stupid.
If I had tickets and it wasn't getting postponed, I would have sold them. They were like, here, fuck it, I would have gave it away for free.
I would have. If I had tickets to that Chiefs game, I'd be like, I'd flat out give them to someone else. Keep the fucking money.
Yep.
Keep your money. Yeah. Just go to the fucking game and be stupid.
I wouldn't be going to that. Fuck no, absolutely not. No.
No, I'm saying
I've driven in negative 2-degree weather, Bam. I've driven in negative 2-degree weather in St. Louis during that time period.
The coldest temperature I've ever experienced was minus 13. And that was back in 2013. And that was fucking cold.
Well,
that was only for a few hours.
In heavy snow. I drove about a few miles from my house to try to DoorDash in heavy-ass snowfall. Negative 2 degrees in heavy snowfall. This was about two years ago, I believe. The roads were so fucked with snow.
So
let's just say, like, the amount of snow all over the place, you would think, like, you could build, like, a fort and melt a moat around your house with how much snow is on the ground in some people's houses.
Well, I was trying to say that a full weather game, let's say it's even nice and warm, but instead of paying for a ticket, you had to give up a finger or a toe. Would you willing to do that for a playoff ticket?
No.
No. I
no.
like to keep all my limbs I would like to keep all my fucking limbs. Thank you very much.
They're called the appendages there, Kratos. I think that's the word
Yeah,
you're looking
appendages.
for.
Limbs and appendages. Whatever.
So that's it.
Anyways, EJ, tell Kai we all say goodnight.
Why don't we just cut off that one pinky toe that does nothing? I mean,
oh my God.
And get playoff tickets.
How about we take out your liver while we're at it?
Yeah, you don't need it. Dr. Megan Garcia, the medical director of the hospital's Grossman Burn Center, said in an interview with WDAF-TV that the Chiefs fans who came in with frostbite injuries had to schedule amputation surgeries after weeks of hospital treatment. The treatment included rewarming the injured areas, applying antibiotics, and thrombotic therapy to dissolve blood clots and restore circulation, and a hyperbaric oxygen therapy to boost oxygen to injured areas to reduce swelling. Patients with frostbite experience lifelong sensitivity and pain, Dr. Garcia said, and will always be more susceptible to frostbite in the future. During the cold snap in January, the medical center's parent company posted information about frostbite on its website, warning that it can happen within minutes of skin exposure to freezing air and in less time with wind chill. People who work outside during the winter were more especially vulnerable to, the hospital said in the statement. So people attending football games, the elderly, pregnant women, and kids waiting at the bus stop to return to school. Frostbite happens in extremely cold temperatures, according to the Center for Disease Control. You don't fucking say. With injury often happening during the thawing process as vessels become damaged by clot and inflammation, strangling blood flow. Although frostbite can happen anywhere on the body, it has typically affected exposed areas like the nose, ears, cheeks, chin, fingers, and toes. Julie Loving, a physician assistant in the emergency department at Adirondack Medical Center in Saranac Lake, New York, said the hospital treats 3 to 5 patients for frostbite every winter. After administering medication to expand blood vessels and generate new tissue, patients undergo a bone scan, they said. Sometimes it can take days to weeks to make a decision that someone needs amputation. When someone presents at the ER that first day, there is no way to predict. Prolonged exposure to cold weather also puts people at risk of hypothermia, a sudden drop of body temperature, and lung diseases such as pneumonia. Cold weather is often a feature in NFL games. When fans bundle up but sometimes strip down, going shirtless, like the one fan did we saw in the crowd, dumb fuck that he is, to stand out in the crowd.
Fans that were shirtless in that game. Let's be real.
The coldest game recorded in NFL history was the Ice Bowl of 1967, when the Green Bay Packers defeated the Dallas Cowboys in a New Year's Eve game. Temperatures in Wisconsin were at minus 13 degrees at kickoff, so that's without wind chill. So this game came pretty fucking close to that.
I mean, everyone knew that the Ice Bowl was the coldest game in the NFL. Even if it was in the 60s. It's called the Ice Bowl for a fucking reason.
Go on, Butterfly.
The heating mechanics underneath the field broke. That's why everything was fucked for that game. The heating system underneath the field fucking broke at the time.
Oh shit, did I turn?
So that's why the field was so cold being on it.
Well, I'd like to point out, you were saying they were servicing Kansas City football fans. Either they were dismissing the Miami football fans, or
I don't think they were servicing Dolphins fans, because they went home after the fucking game. So they probably would have gotten treated back in Florida, because like I just read, frostbite, needing amputations isn't an overnight thing.
Nope.
So
that's something that happens when you're exposed to more different weather changes during the time since then.
So
Of course I know.
The bottom line is, yes, it's the fans' stupidity for wanting to go to this football game, but I feel ultimately it is the NFL.
The NFL should have been canceled.
The NFL should have had the wherewithal to postpone the game due to weather and fan and player safety, like they claimed for the Buffalo Bills and Steelers playoff game, because that game had a mountain of snow on the field. Which, that's certainly understandable. You can't play in that shit. But you also should not have players and fans expected to funnel into a stadium where it's damn near minus 30.
Bam brings up a great point. Here's an idea. Don't allow people into the game that aren't wearing proper clothing.
That too.
I agree.
That too.
I agree.
Right on the money.
But, I mean, if I decided to show up in my Speedo and fanny pack, that should be my God-given American right.
And you're a
that can also get your ass in prison, considering how big you are.
And
according to Nintendo.
You're a stupid ass for doing so.
Oh, Casey knows what I mean by bringing up his Nintendo. That Wii Fit thing that told him he was obese on the system. Him showing up with a Speedo and a fanny pack is bound to be arrested.
Well,
they'll also put you on that list too.
Well, I keep my silly thing is I have to keep my cock inside the fanny pack because I mean the Speedo can't hold it all, so I mean
you know what? I'm gonna put out a poll for this. Who's more at fault for the frostbite situation? I'm gonna put out a poll. The NFL or the fans or both? I mean, obviously they're both at fault, but yes, I'm just going to put who's more at fault.
Who's more at fault is more the question.
Right.
It's the NFL, because they should have postponed it. I mean, it's stupid that they didn't do it. I mean, and I guarantee you they will. I mean, don't postpone or cancel a game because of lightning storm. So why not first when shit. I
mean, the MLB cancels games outright if there's too much fucking rain.
Right? Yeah.
Well, last year they had was it last year or this year where there was a player that collapsed on the field with a heart attack?
That was the 2020.
That was this season.
No, that was last season.
That's why it was last.
That was the last regular season game between the Bills and the Bengals, I believe it was.
Yeah, and one player got down on one knee and started praying that he was okay. He prayed to God to help. He sent prayers his way, getting on one knee.
I need you guys to pray for me too, because I've been farting up a storm, and I can't believe you guys hadn't heard any of them.
Sounds like a personal problem.
It smells like my breakfast burritos that I ate today.
There's your answer. Sounds like a personal problem.
Casey. But yeah, so I put the poll in the chat. I asked who's at fault, who's more at fault for fans needing amputations attending the playoff game. So I'll leave that poll in the chat until the end of the show, and we'll go over it. So yeah, again, bottom line, NFL should have exercised more safety precautions.
Well, to capture the part about WWE not caring about certain signs, that's not true. If you saw if you tried watching a 33-minute promo with The Rock and the Bloodline a couple weeks ago, because someone brought a Die Rocky Die sign to the venue that night, and they had to block out the sign whenever it was shown on camera.
Yeah, they kept blacking out the whole fucking screen.
Exactly.
It was annoying.
Yes.
I counted 6 times it blacked out the screen because of that sign.
Well, I'm gonna take off because I gotta get to sleep.
All right, Casey.
Then again, someone had a sign that had like a Asian derogative at an AEW event.
Well, can I
The T slur for Asians, of course. I'm not saying the word out loud. I'm not getting us canceled. That's why I said T slur. You can look up and see what I mean.
Well, I'm gonna promote my bullshit.
Yeah, go ahead and promote the bullshit no one's gonna watch, Casey.
Damn. Way to bury him. Way to bury him.
I mean, come on now. The guy doesn't want to get a fucking internet connection, so he struggles to run a goddamn show.
I released King Kong on the Atari 2600 today.
King Kong was on Atari 26 as well.
Whoa! Hold on a second.
Family 61 PARTY2 Family 61 PARTY2 Family 61 PARTY2.
I just missed that because I didn't have the Twitch alerts set up on scene 3 for the podcast. I just saw it. Let me go to my you continue talking there, Casey. I'm gonna go to my Streamlabs so I could properly shout this person out for subbing to the channel. Go ahead, Casey.
So yeah, I did gameplay of King Kong on the Atari 2600, and I just about finished editing Tapper today, like Root Bear Tapper for the Atari 2600. So that'll be out tomorrow. So I've been enjoying playing a bunch of my old Atari games again. So I'll be doing more of those, but I'll probably return to the Vectrex games. But right now, I'm doing Atari 2600 and Atari 7800 games right now. So that's it. I'm got to get some sleep for work.
Family Guy Lover, I want to shout you out for resubscribing for 3 months on the channel. He says,
nice.
Family 61 Party 2, Family 61 Party 2, Family 61 Party 2. And I don't exactly know what that means, but I appreciate the resub. Thank you very much.
You know what? I'll be nice, and once I leave, I'll use my Prime sub for you.
Well, that would be greatly appreciated, Casey. Let's see if he actually does.
I mean, I haven't used it, so hey, you know what? Why not? You know?
Yeah, believe me, them titty streamers don't need it. Those are the emote names. Oh, okay, it doesn't. I saw the emotes on the thing when I pulled it up, like at the very last second when they were disappearing. But yeah.
Well, I'm taking off. I'll see you guys later.
Actually, you know what? Can I re-trigger that? I might be able to re-trigger that just so it'll pop up. Let me see.
See you guys.
See you later, Casey. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, he made it through 4/6 of the show. I'm proud of him. Can I trigger this again? Let me see if I can trigger this. Happy message. There we go.
Family 61 PARTY2 Family 61 PARTY2 Family 61 PARTY2.
There you go. Properly shown on screen this time. Alrighty, well, now that Casey's gone, where should we go from here? We have Akira Toriyama left, and we have the U.S. government trying to ban TikTok left.
Let's talk about like Toriyama last. Let's give him like the main event spot, so to speak.
I was thinking the exact same thing. I had 2 pages here about the second one's missing.
U.S. government banning TikTok.
Yeah, I had two articles. There was like one and then the follow up to it, and I don't know where the other one went. I don't think I have this one. Nope, I do have this one. The one all right, so I know which one I don't have now. Give me a second, guys. I pull it back up. I exited out by accident. This one. AP News. Here we go. All right, so we're going to start here. United States House Committee passes bill that would ban TikTok in the United States if China, parent company, doesn't sell the app. Now, we've gone down this road before. Let's see. When was this made? I just want to make sure it's not old. No, March 7th. Okay, so this is new. New or current, whichever. Just resize this now. So yeah, we've been down this road before. When TikTok was brand new, the United States government threatened to ban it if it was not sold from China. And obviously it was never banned. However, TikTok is being threatened once again. Do we really care? I fucking don't, because to me, TikTok is cancer.
Yeah. Wrong there.
Whoa! Holy shit, we got another one. Casey! He actually did it! Alright! Good job, Casey.
Nice.
He did it. Very nice, very nice.
Nice.
Good job, Casey. That makes up for you saying the N-word at the end of the very tail end of the last show. Yeah, he decided to try to troll me and sneak that in there, and he said it right as I hit the end button, so I'm not sure if it made the air or not. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, so the government's threatening to take down TikTok again. Before we even get into this, Kratos, what's your take on TikTok?
I only use it to download funny shit I see on their platform. Nothing else.
Now,
I don't go down the rabbit hole of staying on it hours on end.
Now, what do you think of these fucking people that you see out in everyday public making fucking TikTok fucking videos and looking absolutely ridiculous?
I want to run them over with my car. What do you think?
Because I can honestly tell you, I have seen a group of TikTokers in person last year.
Mm-hmm.
And they were cringe as fuck. They were girls.
Like I said, I want to run. If there were TikTokers just strolling down the street in front of my car, and I have a green light and they're just still walking across the street, I'm about ready to hit the fucking gas and run them down and run them over on the street.
Well, these TikTokers weren't in the street, the ones that I've seen in person. They were inside a food store called Acme. Now, I can state the name of this store because I don't have one near me. There were a group of 3 of them. They were all girls on their phones, dancing around in the aisleways of the food store, being obnoxious and laughing. I knew what they were doing. They were fucking doing TikTok bullshit. And they were fucking really obnoxious. They were annoying. They deserved to get hit in the head with clubs.
Well, I remember seeing. Well, that brings up something I saw on Twitter, because I remember like a bunch of these webcam like girls were inside of Walmart doing their sex work. All of a sudden, the PA system says, "Public announcement: we got some raggedy ass titties on aisle 12." I'm like, damn, call them out.
Fuck them. Butterfly says, does TikTok have an age limit? I think it's like everybody else. It's 13.
I think it's like 13 or older. You have to have an account, 13 and older.
Usually in the United States, it's 13. Some areas it's 16. Discord, I think is 16 regardless.
Yep.
I believe.
I'm surprised they want to ban TikTok, but not VK, which is a Russian app.
So this is the first of 2 articles we're going to go over. With American lawmakers sounding the alarm again over TikTok's ties to the Chinese communist regime, the United States House Energy and Commerce Committee unanimously voted to approve a bill that would give China's ByteDance 165 days to divest its ownership of TikTok or effectively face a U.S. ban. The bill protecting Americans from foreign adversary controlled Applications Act was introduced March 5th by Republican Mike Gallagher and Republican Raja Krishnamurthy. I'm sure I said that wrong. If enacted, the bill would block...
Oh, they're Republicans. We butcher politician names all the time.
If enacted, it would block ByteDance-controlled apps, including TikTok, from being available in Apple or Google app stores or on web hosting services in the United States, unless such an app severs its ties to entities like ByteDance that are subject to control of a foreign adversary. It passed Thursday in the House Energy and Commerce Committee in a 50-0 vote. TikTok has
50 to 0.
50-0.
Damn. That's a unanimous fucking vote right there.
TikTok has been a political football for several years, dating back to the Trump administration. The short-form video app, as it has exploded in popularity in the United States and elsewhere, has been a target of American lawmakers on both sides of the aisle, who are concerned over its ties to China and how TikTok handles U.S. user data. Earlier Thursday, TikTok app displayed an alert to users in the United States, urging them to oppose legislation that said stop a TikTok shutdown, and prompting them to call their congressional representatives with the message. Let Congress know what TikTok means to you and tell them to vote no. That led to a deluge of phone calls to offices on Capitol Hill, per the New York Times, citing social media posts. In a statement following the House committee vote, TikTok said this legislation has a predetermined outcome, a total ban of TikTok in the United States. The government is attempting to stop 170 million Americans of their congressional right to free expression. This will damage millions of businesses. Will it really? Deny artists an audience and destroy the livelihoods of countless creators across the country. Not really, because
exactly.
Instagram has the same thing now. Snapchat has it. YouTube has it. If they can make a name for themselves on TikTok, they can go somewhere else and do the same thing. Now, this goes back to what we were talking about with people signing big-ass contracts to stream on one platform or another. Yeah, if you have a bigger following on one platform and you sign to the other, sure, if you have a smaller audience, but that doesn't mean you still won't grow that audience again or even bigger. You still have that opportunity. So no, TikTok getting banned is really not going to hurt people as much as you think it will. The ACLU also blasted the committee vote on TikTok bill. We are deeply disappointed that the committee chose to ignore the serious First Amendment concerns raised by civil liberties groups and instead voted to advance the bill. Jenna Leventoff, Senior Policy Counsel of the ACLU, which the article doesn't even state what the fuck that even is,
of course,
said in a statement, as the flood of constituent calls to Congress confirms, TikTok is a vital platform for accessing information and expressing ourselves. Well, you're fucking morons. When this bill comes to the floor for a vote, we urge representatives to stand up for free speech and vote down this misguided bill. In addition to requiring ByteDance to sell TikTok or be banned in the U.S., the bill creates a process for the president to designate certain specifically defined social media applications that are subject to the control of foreign adversaries and pose a national security risk. The text of the bill is available in this link, which we're not going to get into it. Now, before I continue, VPNs are also a thing. Millions of people use them, especially when really big content creators are sponsored by VPNs, like Nord, Surfshark, ExpressVPN. So really, if it gets banned in America, how many Americans are actually going to stop using TikTok? Not that many? Because of, with a VPN, yeah, you got to pay for a VPN. But with a VPN, you could just set your fucking geological location to anywhere on the fucking country, and you gain access to anything that's banned in the United States, in your United States home country. Wake up, people!
Exactly.
So, no, that's just these that's just these people, these old fucks that don't understand how today's society works. If you take something away, they're gonna find a way to get it anyway. I'm honestly surprised that VPNs haven't been banned in this country yet, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
This is my message to TikTok. Break up with the Chinese Communist Party or lose access to your American users. Gallagher, who is their chair of the House Select Committee on the Strategic Competition between the United States and the Chinese Communist Party, said in a statement released Tuesday, America's foremost adversary has no business controlling a dominant media platform in the United States. TikTok's time in the United States is over unless it ends its relationship with the CCP, controlled by ByteDance. TikTok has routinely said that it has never shared or received a request to share U.S. user data with the Chinese government. It would not honor such a request if one were ever made. Can we trust that load of bullshit?
Nope.
Especially when China is Russia's biggest ally.
Yeah.
And we're all against Russia. Pretty much the majority of the fucking planet is against Russia right now.
Yep.
Appearing at a contentious congressional hearing in March 2023, TikTok CEO Shu Chu, asserted that the app is not owned or controlled by any government or state entity. About 60% of ByteDance is owned by global international investors, including BlackRock, General Atlantic, Susquehanna International Group, and Sequoia, with 20% owned by the company's Chinese founders and 20% owned by other employees. We're almost done here. With the first article, anyways. Meanwhile, last year, the United States government Committee on Foreign Investment in the U.S. An interagency group overseeing national security risks that is led by the Treasury Department, similarly determined that ByteDance's Chinese ownership divests TikTok under the threat of a ban. Montana last year became the first U.S. state to pass a law banning TikTok, but a federal judge blocked the legislation before it was set to take effect on January 1st of this year. ruling that it oversteps state power and infringes on the constitutional rights of users and businesses. TikTok has been banned by the governments of India, which I'm surprised because they're also Chinese and Russian allies, which has cited security concerns over the app's Chinese ownership since June 2020. That's article number 1. All right, now part 2 by the Associated Press. Biden says he'll sign proposed legislation to ban TikTok if Congress passes it. Right, I have to. So, what do you think of the article so far, Kratos? Do you think TikTok should just be banned? Do you think the government just needs to fucking leave it alone? What do you think?
I think it should be banned, personally.
I think it's fucking very toxic.
Mm-hmm.
It's a toxic platform, in my opinion. People don't fucking. 13 is too young. So many things are on there. Lagging on and off. Are you okay, Butterfly? Is it working for you now? People don't like our TikTok conversation. We lost 3/4 of our viewership over this. Oh, well. Hey, it's news. We got to talk about it.
Exactly.
All right. This is as of March 8th. President Joe Biden on Friday endorsed legislation that could lead to the popular video sharing app TikTok being banned in the United States. Move that comes amidst growing concern in Washington about keeping Americans' data out of China's hands. The legislation that passed through the House Energy Commerce Committee unanimously on Thursday calls on China's ByteDance to divest its ownership of TikTok or effectively face a U.S. ban. The White House has provided technical support in the drafting of the bill, though White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said earlier this week the TikTok legislation still needs some work to get to a place where Biden would endorse it. Former President Donald Trump, the likely Republican nominee, came out in a Truth Social post on Thursday saying he opposed a ban because it would rival social media platform Facebook. It would help rival social media platform Facebook. Trump's opposition to the legislation came after he stated he issued and then rescinded an executive action late in his presidency intended to ban TikTok and other popular apps. WeChat.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the thing. We all know Trump is a Russia and China dick rider, so...
Yep.
I mean, are we surprised?
Nope.
Trump's pushback puts him on the opposite side of the debate of powerful Republicans, including Johnson and House Majority Leader Steve Scalise, who has called the legislation a critical national security bill. Both the FBI and the FCC have warned that TikTok owner ByteDance could share user data, such as browsing history, location, and biometric identifiers with Chinese authoritarian government. TikTok said it has never done that and wouldn't do so if asked. The United States government hasn't provided evidence of that happening. Again, can we trust the Chinese government? Fuck no. We can't even trust our own government.
Exactly.
In a separate move, Biden recently signed an executive order allowing the Department of Justice and other federal agencies to take steps to prevent the large-scale transfer of American personal data to what the White House calls countries of concern, including China, Russia, North Korea, Iran, Cuba, and Venezuela. I didn't even know we had heat with Cuba and Venezuela. Did you know that? Because I didn't. Biden in 2022 banned the use of TikTok by the federal government. Nearly 4 million employees on devices owned by its agencies with limited exceptions for law enforcement, national security, and security research purposes. While his administration has raised national security concerns, Biden re-election campaign last month joined the platform.
Mm-hmm.
If enacted, the bill would effectively ban TikTok and other ByteDance apps from being available in Apple or Google app stores or on the web in the United States. The bill takes a two-pronged approach. First, it requires ByteDance Ltd., which is based in Beijing, to divest TikTok and other apps it controls within 180 days. Before it was 165, now it's 180. Make up your mind. Of enactment of the bill, or those applications will be prohibited in the United States. Second, it creates a narrow process to let executive branch prohibit access to an app owned by a foreign adversary if it poses a threat to national security. The company also has promised its wall off U.S. user data from the parent company, though a separate entity run independently from ByteDance and monitored by outside observers. A poll published last month by the Associated Press and NORC, Center for Public Affairs Research, found Americans are deeply divided on the issue. Banning the app, 31% of U.S. adults said they would favor a nationwide ban on TikTok use, while 35% said they would oppose that type of action, and an additional 31% of adults said they neither favor nor oppose the ban on the social media platform.
Mm-hmm.
The poll shows TikTok users about 170 million in the United States, most of whom skew younger, are less likely to be worried about the app sharing American users' data, reflecting in a previous felt generational divide. About a quarter of daily users say they are extremely or very concerned about the idea of the Chinese government obtaining the personal information of users, compared to about half the U.S. adults overall. So there it is. We normally really don't talk about politics on this channel, but this is something that's been an on and off topic for about 4 years now.
Yep.
So I could take it or leave it. I don't use TikTok. I think it's a very annoying and obnoxious platform. I don't use it. I don't follow anyone on it. If it goes away, I don't care. I can give a fuck less. Because like I said, people are going to access it anyway. If you think they won't, you're crazy. And you're fucking wrong. Number 2, thanks to TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube, they all have it. So, really, if TikTok goes away, you're really not losing much. You're really not.
Yep.
So, all in all, I really don't care. I don't care if it goes away. So, that leaves us heavy-hearted in talking about this last piece of information. Where do you want to start with this one, Kratos?
Rest in peace, Akira Toriyama-sama.
Akira Toriyama, a living legend in the anime, manga, and even video game universes, gave us some of the most popular franchises to ever hit the United States mainstream. I'm talking about Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and all its
Dragon Ball GT, even though he did not acknowledge it as canon nowadays still. It's a story.
Dragon Quest. You have the mangas, Doctor Stone, Aurelie.
Blue Dragon. You remember Blue Dragon, that game?
Yeah, the anime. I remember the anime too. I'm trying to see
Chrono Trigger.
I'm trying to see in this article here. Here we go. Works. Boom. Here we go. Let's go through the rundown of everything he worked on. Or at least the most notable stuff, anyways. Let's see. And it should also be stated that he inspired Sega to give us Supersonic.
Yep.
So let's see. So in 1977, he did a Wawa World. We're just gonna skip through some of this. Wonder Island in 1978. Wonder Island 2. Tomato, the cutesy gumshoe. Dr. Slump in 1980 to 1984. That was pretty big. Let's see. He did Chobit in 1983, Chobit 2, Dragon Boy, The Adventures of Tongpo, Akira Toriyama's manga. He made one of his own of himself. Dragon Ball, that started it all in 1984.
Kid Goku.
Lady Red, Young Master, Kenosuke, Akira Toriyama's Manga Theater Volume 2, Rocky, Wolf, Soldier of Savings, Cashman, Dub and Peter, Go-Go, Ackman, Alien X PK, Akira Toriyama's Volume 3, Neko Majin, Cross Epoch. Now, I don't know if video games are included in here. I think these are just...
Probably not. It's probably this is manga work.
Yeah, I think these are just the mangas. Art books. Here we go. Anime. Crusher Joe. Imagination. Science World. Gulliver Boy. Dragon Ball GT 1996 to 97. Dragon Ball Yo Son Goku and His Friends. That was a film in 2008 that we never got. Dragon Ball Z Battle of the Gods. Resurrection F. Dragon Ball Super. Super Broly, the latest superhero movie.
Sandland, the series. They're also making a game about that, I believe. Sandland.
And Dragon Ball Daima, which is going to be premiering later this year. Video games. He worked on the Dragon Quest series from 1986 to the present.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Dragon Ball, Famicom Jump, Chrono Trigger in 1995, which we're going to bring something about that up later. Blue Dragon and Blue Dragon Plus. Blue Dragon
Reawakened Shadow.
Yep. Dragon Ball Fighter Z, Dragon Ball Legends, Jump Force, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and the last game he worked on was the 2021, which is Fantasian. Shuei Shaw, I don't know what that is. Other works include Super Sense Story, Fine Molds again, Hokkaido Magic, Bitch's Life Illustration File, literally what it's called. Journey to the West, Conquering the Demons in 2014. Wow. Now this guy had one hell of a career for 57 years. He's done so much for video games and anime, manga. It's crazy. Akira Toriyama, he had passed away on March 1st, as you can see in the thumbnail. We're not going to cut off his picture. That's a little disrespectful. All right. In Tokyo, Akira Toriyama, one of the most influential and best-selling manga authors of all time, had died in his studio said Friday. He was 68. He died March 1st of a blood clot in his brain. His production company, Bird Studio, said in a statement on Friday a formal service had been held with only his family and a few relatives, it said. The Japanese author is best known as the creator of popular Dragon Ball manga series, which has fans across the world and spawned a well-known anime series, video games, and film. The manga series first debuted in 1984, depicting the story of a boy named Son Goku, who is on a quest to collect magical Dragon Balls to protect Earth from alien humanoids called Saiyans, even though he was one.
He didn't know as a kid, though, because he got dropped on his head.
In 1989, it was adapted into an anime and soon became one of the most globally recognized pieces of Japanese media. It had sold 260 million copies altogether, according to his studio. Toriyama worked for 45 years and still had unfinished works at the time of his death.
Oh, man.
It's our deep regret that he still had several works in the middle of creation. With great enthusiasm, it said he would have had many more things to achieve. However, he had left many manga titles and works of art to this world. He was a source of inspiration to many renowned Japanese comic book artists such as Masashi Kishimoto, the creator of the popular series Naruto.
He was an inspiration to him?
Yeah. And Eiichiro Oda, the creator of one of the longest running anime, One Piece. We hope
that's amazing. And they did a collaboration movie together, Dragon Ball Z and One Piece.
Yep. We hope that Akira Toriyama's unique world of creation continues to be loved by everyone for a long time to come, the studio said.
There was also a in that One Piece Dragon Ball Z collaboration, there was also a song about, you remember like Nickelback's "How You Remind Me"?
Right.
Avril Lavigne made her own version of that for that movie.
Really? Oh, so she did a cover of that song?
She did her own spin on it, yeah.
Oh.
It was a more slower paced version of it. More slow with a piano and everything.
Many in Japan and from around the world paid tribute to Toriyama on Friday. In a news briefing, Japan's chief cabinet secretary, Yoshimasa Hayashi, said the government was deeply saddened by the news and offered his condolences to the late author's family. Toriyama served as an opportunity for Japanese content to be wholly recognized around the world, leading to an increase in inbound tourism, he said. I believe that Mr. Toriyama's work has played an extremely important role in demonstrating Japan's soft power. Famous Japanese actors Yuki Kaji and Toshio Furukawa also conveyed their gratitude in posts on X. Toriyama's death, who drew tributes on neighboring China's Weibo social media platform with 40 million views and thousands of discussions related to the subject. His Dragon Ball was inspired by the Chinese literature Journey to the West, which attracted numerous Chinese fans. China's foreign minister said the country wanted to express our deep condolences over the death of Mr. Akira Toriyama and our sincere sympathy to his family. Toriyama was a famous cartoonist and his works were well received in China. We expect to believe that there will be more knowledgeable people in Japan who will actively devote themselves to Sino-Japanese culture, exchange, and the cause of friendship between the two countries, said Mao Ning, a spokeswoman for the foreign country. So,
it's still sad to know that he was already gone, and we were thinking he died over the weekend.
Here's the thing. Dragon Ball has been a big part of my life. I was probably about 6 or 7 years old when I started watching it. I remember when it was part of the Toonami block after school in the afternoons.
Oh man, dude, you're dating me as well with that shit.
I remember
my first taste of Dragon Ball Z. It was same time frame, Toonami after school, but sometimes I would catch some episodes on the Toonami late night special midnight run. You remember that?
I remember that, yeah. I remember watching it, again after school, during that Toonami block when there was also like shows like The Prince of Tennis and Totally Spies, Code Lyoko.
Prince of Tennis was underrated. Prince of Tennis was underrated, but Toonami at its core was the main reason kids tuned in after school for Cartoon Network. That was the reason they watched Cartoon Network after school. Because it was mid-afternoon, it was early evening cartoons, and it was anime that everyone enjoyed. Dragon Ball, they even showed 4 hours worth of Dragon Ball Z every time. Yep. They turned on the show. It had at least 1 hour dedicated to Dragon Ball Z.
And they would air it enough that depending on what time of the year it was, you still had time to go outside and play with your friends.
Exactly.
And you'd hear everybody out there.
For me, it was like 4:30 in the afternoon, 4 to 5 every day. Monday through Friday, I would tune in to Dragon Ball Z Monday through Friday between 4 and 5.
Then you would go outside and you'd be playing with your friends, and people would be reenacting and screaming the Kamehameha and all this other shit.
Yep.
It was.
I was in that crowd too. I was among that crowd too. I'll admit, I was among that crowd of people.
It was a hell of a time. I also remember when I was in about 5th grade.
Mm-hmm.
I would remember waking up early as fuck in the morning for school. Because I would watch a block of anime from 6 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. until my bus came.
Huh.
I would get up. I would watch Sailor Moon at 6 a.m. Dragon Ball Z on Channel 11, the Kids WB, at 6:30 a.m., followed by Pokemon at 7 a.m.
Speaking of which, have you heard that, I won't say it on here because I don't want to get the channel in trouble, but have you heard about anything for Sailor Moon Cosmos yet?
I believe it's on Netflix.
No, it's not.
It's not?
There's no international release for that yet.
I know it's supposed to come to Netflix.
It's still stuck in Japan. No, the final movie of Sailor Moon. The final one.
Right.
Final 2-parter from last year.
I think it's supposed to be coming to Netflix from what I understand.
It's not on Netflix still.
Wonder why.
But there are links. If you look on YouTube, there are links somewhere. If you want, I can just send you what I found on here. Okay.
How bad is it that you don't want to mention it here?
It's links to both parts. That's why.
Oh, is it? But it's in Japanese.
English subtitles.
Right.
It's in Japanese spoken English subtitles at least.
Right, but I mean, I'm sure it's supposed to come.
I don't want to get the channel I don't want to get the channel in question taken down. He has them as unlisted videos.
It's supposed to come to Netflix eventually. I know that much.
Yeah, but people aren't willing to wait that long, and my fiance was among those people who were tired of fucking waiting.
Of course not.
I actually got them up. I got my fiance up. I blew up their phone saying I found legit links to the movie, to both parts of Sailor Moon Cosmos. Legit links, because I checked them myself. I checked a few minutes of them each myself. These were legit.
But yeah, man, I just remember those days watching Dragon Ball after school, watching Dragon Ball before school and after school. Because
now for me, it was always Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh. That was my jam.
Yep, me too. Back in the day. Yep. Me, Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball, Pokemon, school. Come home from school, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Dragon Ball. That's how my days went.
Yep. Then Saturday mornings, always new episodes of Dragon Ball Z. Saturday mornings was always the new episodes of Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh on Kids WB.
Oh yeah.
Always.
And Sonic X in the early to mid 2000s on Channel 5.
Now there were a couple dirty jokes in some of those shows. Like apparently, like Rouge made a dirty joke in the Sonic X show at one point, because Japanese like spoken one version of it. She asked a female cop who was putting handcuffs on her, "Are you into BDSM?" I'm like, I don't remember that in the American version.
The English version of fucking Sonic X was censored to hell. A lot of it was unnecessary. But yeah, Akira Toriyama, man, he speaking of Sonic, he inspired the reason why we have the supersonic transformation as it is. The Chaos Emeralds were inspired by Dragon Ball and because you think in Sonic the Chaos Emeralds scatter all around Sonic's worlds, just like the Dragon Balls scatter after the wishes are granted by Shenron. And you got to go on a hunt for them again. In Sonic's case, when he has all 7 of the Chaos Emeralds, he can become Supersonic. Or, most recently, Supersonic 2, as of Sonic Frontiers, the expansion story. I've also played some of the Dragon Quest games. I wouldn't say I'm particularly a fan of them, but I just sent
you a link to the thing on here.
I have played some of them. I know they're widely popular. The series has run probably just as long, if not longer, than the Final Fantasy games.
Yep.
Again, I did not play Chrono Trigger, and we're gonna take a look at something that a message to his kids that he had in the end of that game.
One of the hidden endings.
I've never played the game, but I do know it is wildly popular to this day. People are craving a remake, which now that Toriyama's gone, I don't think we're ever going to get.
Nope.
If a remake didn't happen while he was alive, it ain't happening now.
Nope. Because he was the heart and soul for that game based on this hidden ending. He was the heart and fucking soul. Now, you can't recreate that in a remaster. I'm sorry. You can't recreate that message he left his kids in a remaster.
Now, speaking of the future of works that he was in, where do you think that leaves series like Dragon Quest and Dragon Ball as a whole? I
think Dragon Quest is over. Dragon Quest is actually done.
We got Dragon Ball Daima coming out this year, but people are hoping we get more Dragon Ball Super, and we should be, because there's more manga arcs that have been released. I know Toriyama didn't have much on the side of the anime, but once the manga is done...
Why would he?
Well, I mean, he did have some, like with the movies.
But I mean, like the anime in general, why would he? He already did most of that work in the manga.
Right, but he's still,
brought it into animation life.
He still overseed the anime to an extent. Like he did Battle of Gods, we went over it. Resurrection Super.
He did the whole Battle of the Gods tournaments. He overlooked all that.
Yeah, he overlooked everything from Super to the present. Yes.
Wow. Even the Dragon Ball Super Broly.
Yep. And the movie and the superhero movie. He overseen all of it.
I saw that in theaters, baby. I did not know he overlooked all of that.
Yep, he overseen all of it. That's what I'm saying. After Daima and after the manga wraps up the current stories they're in, where does that leave Dragon Ball? Are they going to continue it in his honor? Or do they end it?
I don't think they should. I think they should give it a proper ending. I think they should give it an ending.
Because news just had come out not long ago last year that said we could look forward to at least another 10 more years of Dragon Ball goodness. Now that Toriyama's gone, I don't know if we still get that.
I don't think so. Do not think so. Do not.
At the very least, we're going to get what's already been done. In anime form and whatnot.
At least, yeah.
After that, what are we going to get? Is continue it in his honor or finally put a bow on it after fucking 40 years?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, speaking of which, the link I just sent you is the playlist link to the movies.
So, let's take a look now at the Chrono Trigger thing you had sent me.
Yeah.
Let me pull you off the screen for a minute here so I don't get these links.
You can pull up X, I believe. It's on Twitter still, right?
Well, you sent me the links on Skype, so.
Yeah, the link for the picture is on Twitter. So we pulled that up.
Message from shared Twitter account. Okay.
It was the first one was the message, I believe.
Message from the translator. And what's the other one? It says message from shared Twitter account.
That was the one where I quote. That was the actual tweet on his Death from his translator. The one above it was the link with the message.
Oh, okay.
The one I just sent you is Sailor Moon Cosmos.
Right. Okay. So this is the message here.
Yep.
All right. So this one was shared by Rebecca Stone. Taylor's version. Whatever the fuck that means. This was a message to his kids in a hidden ending in the Chrono Trigger Super Nintendo game from the earlier mid-90s. I don't remember when the game exactly came out. The message reads, "Hey, Sasuke, Kika, Pop's working on games like this. Hey, are you guys watching? Isn't this great?"
Yeah. It's very heartfelt that he even thought to even make his own kids famous through this game too.
Right.
Even mentioning them by name at that too.
Then we have the Akira Toriyama Twitter page, who posted,
which is the pinned tweet right now.
Posted the announcement of his passing. Akira Toriyama. It has come to my attention that they've announced that Akira Toriyama passed away. I don't know what to say other than this. Thank you, Sensei. Rest well. With love, your translator.
I actually posted something, but I don't know if you'll get in trouble for like showing Mortal Kombat footage on here.
I mean, I play Mortal Kombat on YouTube.
Mortal Kombat movie footage.
Oh, the movie? Probably.
The original movie.
Probably.
Because I posted a clip of like where Chan talked to Liu Kang saying, "One day we will be reunited, but until then, my spirit will always be with you." I posted an entire 16-second line.
Yeah, I see.
Onto Twitter.
You linked me. Yeah, you linked me that too.
Yeah, that's the one from me and like Blake's Twitter account that we share.
So yeah, I don't know how much more you have to say on Toriyama. It's a sad fact, man. The guy was a fucking legend in media. To be known all around.
Absolute legend, man. Absolutely fucking legendary.
To be known all around the world. To be acknowledged by an extremist country like China.
Mm-hmm.
North Korea is North Korea, so they can give a fuck less. But
yeah.
I mean, he's been a big part of a lot of people's lives. His works, like so many people have so many stories.
Oh yeah.
Stating back from our childhoods. and whatnot. And it's sad, it really is.
Yeah.
But Akira Toriyama, he gave us a lot, and I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna steal a line from my brother what he posted on Facebook. I'm gonna steal a line from him, and he said, rest well in Otherworld, and say hi to King Kai for us.
Nice.
So,
or here's a better one. Rest well and say hi to the original Mr. Popo. Because we all know the original Mr. Popo is black and not that blue piece of crap that showed up in the reworks. The real Mr. Popo is black.
And I could say, I'll tell you right now,
not that Smurf looking wannabe.
If you really wanted to, I'm sure you've watched Dragon Ball Z to death or Dragon Ball Z Kai,
Mm-hmm.
the supercut of the DBZ anime, and the redubbing of it. It is currently re-airing every week on Toonami right now, so you can go back and relive it.
I'll tell you what, though. Did you see the boo bits for Dragon Ball Z Abridged yet?
No, I haven't really been keeping up with Abridged, honestly.
Well, they posted the boo bits last year, late into the year, to celebrate 15 years of Team 4-Star. And it felt like they owed it to their fans to do the Majin Buu saga in the Abridged series.
Well, yeah, because they stopped at Cell, last I knew.
Yeah, that's why. Because they kept getting channel takedowns from other companies overusing other anime characters in the hashtag Cell games, little spoof fights. Yeah, Ash Ketchum and Pikachu against Cell at one point. Yeah, Yugi Moto against Cell. I'm like, what the fuck? I think the line was drawn when they had One Punch Man against on this as well.
Saitama.
Yeah, the actual One Punch Man.
Yeah, Saitama.
Yeah, Saitama was fighting Cell as well. And even he lost somehow. Even he lost, according to what I heard. Because that video got taken down within hours. The Saitama and versus Cell got taken down within hours.
Well, Kratos, we've gone through everything. It was quite a packed night. You got any final words on anything we talked about tonight?
I think I said my best work has been said already, and it was fuck the Oscars.
Speaking of, I was going to have you go over the results of that real quick if you still have it pulled up.
Hold on, let me get it up. Best Picture, Oppenheimer. Best Actor, Cillian Murphy, Oppenheimer. Best Actress, Emma Stone from Poor Things. Best International Feature Film, The Zone of Interest. Best live action short film, The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar. Best Supporting Actress, Divine Joy Randolph, The Holdovers. Best Animated Feature, The Boy and the Heron. Best Supporting Actor, RDJ, aka Robert Downey Jr., Oppenheimer as well. Best Original Song, What Was I Made For, from Barbie, with Billie Eilish and Phineas. Best Director, Christopher Nolan, Oppenheimer. Best Documentary Feature, 20 Days in Mariupol. Whatever. That won Best Documentary Film. Best Visual Effects, Godzilla -1. Okay. Best Adapted Screenplay, American Fiction. Best Documentary Short Project, The Last Repair Shop. Best Original Screenplay, Anatomy of a Fall. Best animated short film, War is Over, inspired by the music of John and Yoko. Okay. Best original score, Oppenheimer. Best cinematography, Oppenheimer. Best makeup and hairstyling, Poor Things. Go figure. Emma Stone's in it. Best costume design went to Poor Things. Really? Over Barbie? Barbie had some kick-ass costumes on that damn movie. Shit, I saw it. I'll admit it. Best production design, Poor Things. Best film editing, Oppenheimer. Best sound, The Zone of Interest. Damn. Barbie got her ass kicked. Didn't win a single. Only won one song award. Only won the song award. Out of all of these awards, they only won the best original song. Then again, they had two choices on there. The one that won, or I'm Just Ken, that was performed by Ryan Gosling in the fucking movie. Oh well.
So is that all of them?
Well, that's everything. That's all the Oscar winners.
So it sounds like Oppenheimer and Poor Things pretty much ran away with the show for the most part.
Exactly. Oppenheimer won most of their nominations.
I was going to say, well, yeah, because the Mario movie came out in April of last year, and it was almost the number one selling movie of all time. And how did that not get nominated for anything?
Well, you have to remember, people were more worried about best stunts, having the best stunt pull, the stunt award for the Oscars now. That's what they were worried about, getting stunts, dangerous stunts as an Oscar award. Best dangerous stunt award or some shit.
Right, but I mean, there are still animation awards that the Mario movie could have won, and I don't even know if it was nominated. Probably not.
Let me check the animated section, because I know the Boy and the Heron died. Boy and the Heron won over Nimona, Robot Dreams, Elemental. Why was Elemental on this fucking list? Over Mario. Here's another one that got snubbed. You can add this to the 8 losses they have now. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
I don't think those movies are that good anyway. I don't watch the Spider-Verse movies.
You can add that to the 8 losses because all of the Spider-Man 2 Insomniac Game Awards they were nominated for, they won 0. Spider-Man 2 by Insomniac Games won 0 awards. They didn't even win Game of the Year according to the Game Awards. Baldur's Gate 3 got that honor.
Yep, sure did.
And yeah, people being bitch boy crybabies over it to the point where IGN put out their Game Awards section for Game of the Year. Everyone voted for Spider-Man 2 in protest over the actual Game Awards. Everyone voted for Spider-Man 2. I'm like, y'all are just salty as fuck because your favorite PS5 game didn't win Game of the Year or any of the awards they were nominated for. And yeah, someone complained who even plays Baldur's Gate 3? I'm sorry, a lot of people play Baldur's Gate 3. And it's not a no-name game, it's a well-respected game. It's a well-respected series at this point. It's a well-respected series. Come on now.
So do you have... I'm sorry, keep going.
You honestly think that people never heard of Baldur's Gate 3? People on Xbox were waiting for it to come to Game Pass because it was on PC for so long.
I don't even think it's on Game Pass.
It should have been ported to Game Pass by now. It's on Game Pass Ultimate. It should be. They said it was coming to Game Pass.
PC Game Pass or Xbox?
Xbox itself. Xbox Game Pass should have it.
All right, tell you what, let's look right now. I could look right now. Let's look right now. Need my controller though. Hold on a second.
Well, it should have been. It should have been like a.
Did I knock out the camera?
Already. The camera's on my end.
Okay. Get that out of the way. Yeah. Oh, we'll take a look right now because I can certainly do that. Gotta plug. Ow, motherfucker! Just gotta plug the old controller in.
Yeah, it's now available on Xbox. It says.
But maybe it was just recently added. The last time I looked, I didn't see it on there.
This was from December 7th of 2020. This was during the Game Awards.
Oh, okay. Well, it could have gotten taken off by then, but we'll look. We will see.
I swear during the Game Awards they said it was coming. It was coming onto Game Pass.
All right. Well, give me a moment and we'll look. I'm just turning on the old TV. We're gonna hear some noise for a moment.
Edition. How's the accolades trailer?
Shut up, TV. You guys shouldn't be able to hear the TV anymore. All right. Oh, my friend is probably thinking I'm doing something on the Xbox right now. I told her I was wrapping the show up soon.
Yep.
Let's see. I don't even know if she's on, actually. All right.
Okay, hold up. According to India Times of India, they claim it's not on Game Pass at the moment.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't see it on there. All console games. Okay, here we go. Let's go to B. BC's Back for Blood, Banjo-Kazooie, Nuts and Bolts, Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Batman Arkham Knight, Battlefield 3, 4, 1, 2042, Hardline 5, Battletoads. It is not on here, no. Bejeweled 3, Nope, not on here.
Nope.
I had a feeling it wasn't. I think I would have noticed if it was there.
Yeah.
Oh, Kratos, do you have anything else you want to say about any of the topics that we covered tonight?
Not really, no. Not really.
No? All right.
All I know is I'm gonna play some Destiny on my computer and get some reps in for this for the new patch they have, because now they got a new Trials of Osiris passage in the game that actually, no matter how many losses you have in your card, as long as you get 7 wins, you get the adept weapon for the weekend. Well, I'm like, good. It's and then the passage works as advertised. The longer your winning streak is, and without a loss, before you finally lose, you only get 1 loss taken from your streak of wins, and you don't get a flawed card.
All right.
Which is great for me because I get my ass kicked in trials a lot.
Wow. We had 7 votes on this poll, not including myself, because I can't vote on my own polls.
Yep.
But if I could vote on my poll, I don't know if you voted on it, Kratos.
I voted fans.
So it was 57% fans and 43% NFL.
Wow.
Honestly, I wouldn't know who to vote for because I think they're both at fault.
Mm-hmm.
But who's more at fault? Probably the fans for going, because nobody put a gun to their head and said, go to this fucking game, you bought tickets.
Exactly.
Well, Kratos, we have surpassed the 2.5 hour mark. It is almost 2 o'clock in the fucking morning over here. That's what happens when you start almost 2 hours late.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did knock my camera out. It's frozen.
Oh, shit. Well, it's, I can see you at least on Skype, though.
Yep, I knocked the camera out. Yep, sure did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well. Well, you'll just see me without the camera. In fact, I'll just take Kratos off the screen too. Fuck it. You guys could look at Akira's face while we close out the show.
Yep.
I want to say check out Derailed Gaming Live, OCRP, GTA 5 roleplay videos and live streams over there on his channel. Check me out, of course, right here on Twitch, and subscribe to the YouTube and the Twitch channels. Subscribe to them both. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you have Twitch, you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime, give me a sub. It gives me a few dollars. I greatly appreciate it. Casey was nice enough to do it tonight, so if you can find it in your hearts to do that, great. Awesome. Much appreciated.
Yep.
Follow me on YouTube and whatnot. All the links are down below. Twitter is there as well, so you know when to go live and upload a video. Last night I did a Twitch exclusive stream for Miku Day, where I played 1 hour and 39 minutes of Miku music set to a game called Rift Racer, which is a racing game where you can put your own music into the game and it generates racetracks based on the beat of the music you're listening to that you put in the game. And when the servers were up, you were able to race if other people had happened to play the same songs as you. You were able to race their ghost drivers to set better times, to see if you could set better times and drive better than them. The game is offline now, so I had to hack the game to make it work again. But I did, so you can check that out. It's only on Twitch because the YouTube copyright monster would have come after me if I did otherwise. But I had a good time on there. Check that stream out. Friday night did WWE 2K24 My Rise mode for part 1 of the new My Rise mode. When I do showcase mode, that'll also be a Twitch exclusive stream because we all know what happened to the WWE. Destroyed my freaking John Cena showcase mode stream from 23 when I did that one. They took it the fuck down. I had to. They didn't take it down, but they blocked it, so I had to take it down myself. So that one is also still available on Twitch. And the showcase mode, the 40 years of WrestleMania showcase mode, will be Twitch exclusive. That'll probably be like 2 streams at least, because it's like 9 hours worth of content or some shit like that, or 8 hours or something. It's like twice as long as the John Cena one. So
wow.
So
speaking of which, apparently Nintendo sued and shut down the Yuzu Switch emulator.
That's the other fucking topic I could not remember to talk about tonight. That's the other one. But,
yeah, that popped up on my feed on YouTube apparently 5 hours ago from a YouTuber.
Yeah, that's the fucking one I couldn't remember.
We can make a standalone topic about it, like at some point later this week, then.
Yeah, possibly. Or Casey wants to do an LTS episode on his birthday, like we did for yours. So.
All right. When's his birthday?
Next Sunday.
Perfect. I'm down.
Because that'll be St. Patrick's Day. I don't know if you celebrate with family or whatever, but I'll be here.
No, I don't celebrate St. Patrick's Day with family. The only times we ever celebrate St. Patrick's Day is when we're getting like pinched because we're not wearing green.
Anyways, I'll share you the tweet that Cronin posted on Twitter. He didn't post it, but he retweeted it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so this is I'll put this to you. I'm not gonna show this on the fucking YouTube because I'll get whoa boy, will I get fucking banned for this one.
Yep.
I can't exactly tell if that's John Cena, but Cronin says it is, so. Actually, the person that posted it, Just Talk Wrestling, says it's John Cena. So. Oh,
jeez.
Yeah. I wonder how much money he got paid to do this. But here's what I'm talking about. Post it to you on Skype and. So Kratos, you got anything you want to plug before we close everything out of here? Also, let me finish by saying real quick before. You plug, tomorrow night is Monday Night Horizon, week 8 with my friend Sosi. So she'll be back playing with me again tomorrow night. Tuesday and probably Wednesday, I'm taking the nights off because I have streamed every single day since Monday. Tomorrow will be 8 days in a row. So I need a bit of a break.
Interesting.
Thursday will be WWE 2K24 Part 2, My Rise. Friday will be Mortal Kombat 1. I got a couple of requests to stream a couple of games, and I got to get back into Final Fantasy VII Rebirth too. So,
hey, have you ever thought about making Miku into the 2K games for WWE?
Was thinking about it. I haven't researched
for the female My Rise, so you can experience that too.
I was thinking about it. I haven't delved into the possibilities of making a female wrestler, mainly because it takes fucking 5 hours just to make the wrestler I want to make.
It's all right. I'll tune in. I was actually watching your part 1 for My Rise on the while I was waiting for the stream to start.
Yeah, I had to push it back. I didn't fucking finish creating my wrestler until like almost 1 o'clock in the morning.
You're fine.
Then I was live until almost 5 a.m. So.
Hey, it's all right. I still caught like some of the 3.5 hours so far.
But yeah, so look forward to what I got coming up. Check out the VODs of what I have been streaming. I have fun.
But yeah, that's legit Cena in that picture. That is Cena.
Yeah, and he's naked with a freaking title card.
Them pecs are like very like his pectoral muscles are very like definitive when it comes to wrestling.
I can't exactly read what that card says.
I think that's by design because was he presenting an award like this?
I sure as hell hope not. But you see what the caption says. It says, when wrestling fans said John Cena was on a losing streak, I don't think they expected it to be taken literally. He's on stage with some kind of title or a cue card in his hand.
So Cronin says, "Well, okay, we're in an alternate timeline." Okay.
Yeah, now he changed his account name to Joe Cronin Show Producer. He's trying to play it off like it's not him.
You can tell it's him. Just look at the face.
I know.
Jesus.
Alrighty, guys. Well, we're gonna get on out of here. So again, thanks for watching.
Man, Haskell 420 still around on here. Shit. He said this around the time Cronin posted his. Like, if you think this is a loss, you're absolutely undeniably clueless.
Well, we're going to get on out of here. So I want to say again, thanks for watching. Until next time, guys, have a good night. My name is The Rose. Till next time, thanks for watching. Catch your ass down the road.